Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Stan's Cricket World. Well, over the weekend we saw three sensational games played in ICC Cricket World Cup, and we saw on Saturday the first game was between Sri Lanka and the Netherlands, and Sri Lanka that won the toss, put the Netherlands into bat, and had them in some trouble at 91 for 5 and 91 for 6 rather, and it looked as if Netherlands would fold, but the fantastic fight back from these plucky Netherlands team. Sir Engelbert and Logan van Beek played superb and went into a superb partnership and got Netherlands to 262. And then it was a spirited effort from the Netherlands cricket team. They fought bravely. They did test Sri Lanka in the batting department. It took a couple of early wickets, but the Patan Sanka and Satira Samara Wikrama ensure that Sri Lanka don't stutter in the chase, and they got there losing 5 wickets and winning by 5 wickets. It was a spirited effort from the Netherlands side. They have been very impressive throughout this competition, and if they have shown that if the team, you have to take them seriously in this competition, because Sri Lanka today in the last game was it looked a little shaky in the batting arena, but they recovered well enough to get over the line. So Netherlands are not to be taken lightly in this World Cup. They have shown that they have got the spirit and the competitiveness to survive at this level, and they showed just that. The second game was the big one. It was between South Africa and England, the defending champions England and South Africa, who both teams had lost and earlier to underwent an upset in their last games. South Africa losing to Netherlands and England losing to Afghanistan, and both sides came back, were eager to get over their performance, but England won the toss, and they preferred to chase as always and put South Africa in. And although it paid dividends, showed it could have paid dividends, as when they had Quinton de Kock out early. But Razor Hendricks, who came in for the injured captain Temba Bavuma, and he played an absolute blinder of an innings along with Rassie Dussel, and both got England to South Africa off to a flyer. And when Dussel went out for 60, and Razor Hendricks played an absolute sensational innings of 85. And at one stage, South Africa had lost 5 for 243 in 38 overs, and would have looked to might have lost an opportunity to post a big score. But in came Marco Jansen, and along with the sensational classy Henrik Klaasen, got together a fantastic partnership of 151, and they both registered gave a superb account of themselves. And Henrik Klaasen in particular was played an absolute excellent innings. He got mind of the heat. He was exhausted by the end of the innings, but it was a magnificent innings from Henrik Klaasen. Played all round the wicket, played some superb shots, and got his 100 of just 62 balls, which was a sensational effort. And in doing so, South Africa posted 399, almost another 400. They just fell short by 1 run. Marco Jansen also played a superb innings of 75. He was displayed some clean hitting. It was a magnificent effort from South Africa. And it was England who looked very much shoddy in the field. Along with the bowling, they had made a couple of changes. Gus Atkinson and David Willey came in, and both did not make much of an impact, although Gus Atkinson did bowl a bit better, as his figures showed, but he lacked experience. And Mark Wood in particular went for a lot of runs. Adil Rashid did a decent job in containing South Africa, but England bowling came under the pump, and it was smashed to all parts of the ground, and they have went out looking for answers. And when they returned to bat, they looked all at sea, and they did not have a plan to counter the South African bowling attack, and they went quickly folded for just 175 runs. Could have been the lowest total ever when they were 80 odd for 7 down, but the lower order clicked for them, and they at least got some semblance, but still they managed to just get 170, and it was a disappointing effort for England altogether. They have now lost 3 games out of 4, and their chances to defend the title are hanging by a thread now, because they have got some tougher games to come, and they can't afford to slip up now. This has been a bit of an eye opener for England team. They have not been able to generate a lot of confidence going into this match. Their batters haven't really lived up to the expectations in crunch games. Ben Stokes came back today, but he didn't make much of an impact either. So it was a disappointing show for England, and they need to step up in the field in the next few games, because they have got much tougher opposition coming up. And although they did manage to make a comeback in the last tournament, so you can now say never for them. But it was a fantastic. On the other hand, South Africa played an absolute brilliant innings after getting a shock defeat to Netherlands, and they looked absolutely in hammering form. Their run rate is the best amongst all the teams, and if not for that victory against the defeat against Netherlands the other day, they would have been dominating or been top of the table. So South Africa looked good, and this World Cup is surely it's going to have to maintain this kind of performance going around in the next few games. So that was the Saturday games. We'll be back for the coverage of the today's game played between India and New Zealand in a little while. So that's it. Okay, bye.